I was fired up about this segment. We're going to talk about my favorite segment of the night. There was some pretty great segments throughout the show. When you talk about the limo segment, the backstage with Taz and Cage, the Moxley, Eddie and Moxley segment, and then the Miro segment too. But this one by far, man, I was absolutely grinning ear to ear, laughing out loud.
Oh yeah,
it was
baby.
So great. But I mean, more importantly, we found out more details of the match. The parlay is 2 rings, 1 giant cage. Also, it's not the only match of the show, which is next week is a pay-per-view worthy card, which we'll run through next week. And I thought, Eddie Kingston and John Moxley asked for that match. Like, okay, we'll get it next week. I was like, all right, maybe they accidentally flubbed and they'll just do that. Then they added another match, and then another match, and then another match, and then this match. So I think we have 5 total matches. And
how long's the show?
A pay-per-view quality match.
It's going to be a normal Dynamite length.
You almost
okay.
You almost wish this had more time. I'm sure it'll get like an hour. So we have 2 rings, 1 giant cage, and 5 minutes on one-on-one, and every 2 minutes another member will come in, and you either have to submit or surrender. That's the only way to win. And
that feels like an hour match, bro. I mean,
it has to be. And we were talking like this could have been. I thought they teased that this was going to be the only match on the show, but clearly it's not. It could have been. And what I really loved about this segment, man, is that it's everything you ever wanted in like watching our stars, because everyone shined. Everyone proved why they were top guys. Every single person, all 11 guys, including Tully, showed. When Spears started and grabbed the mic, his camera time, him on the mic was great. And I loved how he said he's going to step on Sammy's head while he's drowning. And then Sammy comes back and he's going to step up. He's going to be he's true. We haven't seen him in a match in a long time. He's going to be the first one to come out.
And Sammy and Sean Spears moment was pretty tense. I mean, there were a lot of moments in this promo battle, SPD, where you're like, wow, like these guys are not pulling punches, man. Like they're going at each other, and like they're not. There's none of that reservation in their words, so there's nothing for us to believe that they're going to hold anything back when it comes to the physicality in the ring, bro. I mean, all the segments to this point have been absolutely fire. And I mean, yes, you're right. And I have to give you respect for not just becoming a total fanboy, because if it were me and somehow Pac cut a promo like that, I would have just been like, oh my God, Pac. But props to you for giving everybody in this segment their just due. Now,
everyone. Who's your favorite, though?
Can you fast forward the button a little bit to the part where you tell us all how amazing Chris Jericho is? Okay.
No, I texted you guys, and I mean,
dude.
Everyone, obviously, I want to know your guys' favorite, who stood out the most to you. Santana, I don't know if you guys caught it, but he would not stop staring at FTR. Even after his segment and everything, he looked scary as F, man. Everyone else is looking at him talk, and he was just crossed like the whole time. Dax would like turn, he's still staring the whole time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd be like so nervous if I was on the opposite side. He's like, we've been locked up. You haven't been locked up. And that was so great. He's never breaking character, never breaking that look. Man, Santana really stood out, but obviously the leader, man, I said, boom, point to Jericho and Inner Circle for that promo. He hit it, home run, grand slam. He killed it tonight.
I agree.
He stood out more than anybody, and Santana was a close second. Who are your favorites and standouts?
Oh God, I agree. I feel like I've been on Team Pinnacle this whole time, and I up to this point, I felt like Max, War Dog, and my boy Dax, that they were bringing it, and I love Santana. No doubt, I like both teams a lot, but dude, tonight, Inner Circle, man, like Jericho, that promo tonight from Jericho was better. I mean, to me, I loved this promo from Jericho. And he really went at like, and I think used that truth, like his true story. Kind of, he sounded like Clint Eastwood almost, like get off my yard, that kind of thing. But talking about how he's been through it all, he knows respect now. I loved everything about his promo, from the Tetris reference about how it doesn't just work when I don't move out of the way for you. Yes, that's not how it works. just a really brilliant promo work from Chris, where it wasn't just funny. It was smart and it hit hard. And I think MJF, I thought he kind of was digging at Jericho a little bit with like, man, you look exhausted, you're bloodshot, you're bloated, you look like you're done. And Jericho came back at him in a way that I was blown away by. I could sit here and say, man, I loved that Shawn Spears and Sammy Guevara interaction. I really liked that. I thought that was intense. I love Santana and Ortiz, and I'm a tag team fanatic. For those of you guys out there who are maybe new to the Dynamite download, I am such a tag team slappy. I've taken a lot of pride in being an advocate for that division and getting SPD to kind of buy into FTR, who I believe is every bit as good as they say. But if you're Santana and Ortiz and you're staring at them across the ring, and you have guys who have week after week after week basically made their career off of saying we're the best tag team in the world and not really wavering in that at all. If you're Santana Ortiz, it doesn't matter like what other personal stuff happens, just on a professional level, hearing people talk like that week after week in something that you give your life to. I don't know, man. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people in this match coming up. No wonder, SPD, you saw Santana mean mugging him. There's going to be a lot of people in this match who are looking to prove something. But that said, the GOAT proved tonight that he still is the best promo in the business, man. The dude is when he's on his A game, that was fantastic, Bonds.
Yeah, who stood up for you, Bonds?
You can't beat Chris Jericho here tonight. This was better than his other promo in this. I think it was smoother. It felt more on point. I think it's more impactful when he's staring Max in the face and saying this stuff to him. It's more impactful. He doesn't have to resort to being funny. He can be honest and brutal and just tell him the truth.
Yep.
But I do want to give some love to Santana Ortiz and Dax and Cash as well. Dax calling out their children was like, you better kiss your kids goodnight and say daddy's not coming home. Like, that was a badass line. Like, oh man, like they're really
Ruthless,
digging in this. This is going to be a match to end their careers. Like, they're really selling it. And I think that's awesome because it's going to be a match that's going to take time off their careers. This is a really brutal, long pay-per-view-esque main event match. And they're really selling it like that.
Right.